Hi, welcome to Character Commentary, where we watch old episodes of Building Character and then give them some commentary. Today we're talking about Hellboy, which I believe uses the old Brute archetype from Unearthed Arcana, so we might come up with a new solution.
Where we figure out how to play as your favorite fictional characters in Dungeons & Dragons. Remember to like and subscribe for better hits next time you play.
I probably have coffee too. Don't look at that.
Honest, and whether you're
I never saw that.
Loathe the idea of it, it's probably because you love Big Red. So let's come together today, pet some cats, eat some candy, and build a character.
Avril Lavigne.
Let's start off with our goals for this build. First, we need a right hand of doom. Next, we'll get a gun or something close to it. Finally, we'll specialize in kicking monster ass.
Guns do exist. I'm tired today.
So that's me.
I'm tired. I don't know why. Grumpy mood. Put out the Smolder video. Got annoyed immediately.
Right hand of doom ain't a dexterity.
It happens.
Constitution after that, he gets burned, blasted, shot, slash like it's nothing. Dexterity next. The right hand may be strength, but the gun in his left isn't. Intelligence after that.
That reminds me, I need to set a therapy appointment. This is all accurate so far.
Wisdom is a little lower. Impulse control has been a problem before, and we're gonna dump charisma. Most of his issues are social or anti.
If I was power building, I would have strength be lower and just use dexterity and go for a monk dip.
Charisma and +1 strength. They're basically beeflings. You get 60 feet of dark vision and
I love beefling. I love beefling as a concept. I feel like 99% of tieflings are these like scrawny casters, which is fine. No, I'm not dissing your scrawny caster tiefling, but like a beefy tiefling. And like there's a lot of like scrawny races that I'm like, but what if they were buff? Buff gnomes, buff elves. You know, like you don't see buff elves, buff gnomes. Again, this is all still accurate. Maybe unarmed fighting
letting you make an extra action once per
instead of the archery.
Catch up to a runaway monster and beat the living hell out of it.
That's the tricky thing about Hellboy is that it's a quality build if you play. Oh, I did Monster Hunter. That's another thing that
Adventure League games because
we don't
it's not official yet.
Again.
You can grab 2 proficiencies, grab Arcana and Religion. There's also Hunter's
I really liked it though.
You cast detect magic.
I think other people liked it too.
You sense magical auras and what type of magic it is.
The Trevor Belmont video uses it. That's one of my most popular videos. A lot of my most popular videos use old Unearthed Arcana.
Elementals, fiends,
and I don't think that's a coincidence.
Those enemy types have disadvantage on attacks against the creature you're protecting and can't charm or frighten them. Lasts for up to 10 minutes depending on your concentration. The main draw of this subclass is superiority die. These are 4 d8s you can add to an attack roll, an intelligence, wisdom, or charisma save, a perception check or insight check, or a damage roll. With that damage roll, you can also give the target disadvantage on a concentration save for any spell they're trying to focus on. If all this wasn't enough, your infernal background also lets you use Searing Smite at the 2nd level once per day. That's a bonus action and it pumps 2d6 fire damage into your next
I think we can still do Zerial Tiefling.
Forcing them to roll a constitution save of 8 plus your proficiency bonus and your charisma modifier, or they take 1d6 fire damage at the start of each of their
we're gonna have to tweak this one.
Save or you lose concentration.
And I got fries in the oven
for up to a minute. 4th level fighters can
thankfully the video's short. So yeah, I got time. We got time.
You take +1 strength or constitution.
I got time.
Strength. It also lets you make unarmed attacks or attacks with
that from The Incredibles proficiency. Tavern Brawler. Oof, yeah, we got other ways to do this now.
Like this, you can grapple the target as a bonus action. Now 1d4 isn't exactly right hand of doom material. Maybe ask your DM.
This might be one of the bigger changes we've done to an existing video.
1d12 as a fighter. If they're not into that, tie a bunch of rocks to your arm, call it an improvised weapon, and ask how much damage that does. Not in real life, in the game. 5th level fighters get an extra attack, and 5th level Zerial tieflings can cast.
Wow, no crop.
Add 2d6 radiant damage to a
I would send this back to Corey, and I would say no crop. I would timestamp it. I'd be like 358. No crop.
Can grab another feat. The crossbow
I don't have to do that
will help you shoot
but
and boot in the same round.
Every time, I trade Mason at it and I trade Corey at it, and for some reason, like just missing a crop every once in a while. That was one of the things I had to send back.
You can make after a melee attack on the same turn.
I don't know why.
Barbarian.
Little behind the
defenses for our
definitely needs the Barbarian.
10 plus your dexterity and constitution modifiers while you're not wearing armor.
I think the thing is you need to go fighter for him for a long time, at least 16 levels, because you need those abilities.
Throw a little extra weight on your punches and take a couple of extra hits. You're a tough guy. Second level Barbarians get Reckless Attack.
What Barbarian do I make
but your
him?
enemies get advantage to hit you next round. The big hand is
Bear
great,
is the one I would
terribly well balanced. You also get Danger Sense, giving you advantage on deck saves against spells or traps that you can see. Third level Barbarians get to choose a primal path, and the Path of the Storm Herald lets you pick a type of environment from which to draw power.
Fire?
Drawing power from a desert lets you create a 10-foot radius aura while you're raging, and deal 2 fire damage to every creature inside it. Use this when you want to go full Anung Unrama. 4th level Barbarians can take a feat. The Tough feat gives you +2 HP for every level you have.
I'll allow it, but
take a little bit more damage.
I think what I'm doing...
Now, 7th level monster.
No, I guess not. I thought I was going to 6th level because that's where you would get resistance to fire damage from the Storm Aura.
Of 1. And if the target is an aberration, fiend, fey, or undead, you roll max
I
damage.
do really like all this stuff for Hellboy. Like, obviously, if the Unearthed Arcana was still allowed, I love that. Also, God, I love the Hellboy movies. They're so good.
8th level fighters get an ability score improvement.
The first
Run up your strength and dexterity for better attack rolls and higher AC respectively. 9th level fighters get
because I also like David Harbour. So like David Harbour in a movie that isn't good would make me sad.
10th level monster hunters improve their combat superiority, replacing those 5d8s with 5d10s, meaning you can hit monsters with +20 damage if they're the right type. 11th level fighters get another extra attack, meaning you can make a melee attack 3 times per round and still shoot someone with your crossbow. 12th level fighters get an ability score improvement, letting you cap your strength so you can punch people through walls if you want, which you probably do if you're playing as Hellboy. 13th level fighters get another use of Indomitable, so pass the wisdom save and prevent the apocalypse. 14th level fighters get another ability score improvement. Invest in Constitution for more health and AC. 15th level monster hunters get Relentless, giving you a superiority die when you roll initiative if you don't have any left. You also get another superiority die to use, and having Relentless should let you feel a little bit better about spending these.
Oh yeah, okay. New Hellboy build idea I have. Pretty fun.
16th level
Pretty fun.
Fighter, and another ability score improvement. Let's balance our dexterity with our constitution for better accuracy with the gun and still improving our AC. Now that we've hit level 20, let's figure out how good of a build this
I love that sword shake.
Oh boy, can you take a hit.
Should I do Prince Nuada? Some people have asked for Prince Nuada. I think he's cool.
Very good frontline fighter. You
We'll do it.
Out some serious
maybe Abe Sapien too. I gotta go back to Hellboy. I've only done one Hellboy character, and it's Hellboy.
This isn't even counting your massive strength modifier or rage bonus. Finally, you've got a lot of great knowledge skills and no negative modifiers, making you a pretty well-rounded person out of combat. For weaknesses, your damage gets a little limited on other creatures that Monster Slayer doesn't apply to. You're also lacking in the variety of magical damage, only having fire and radiant once per day. Finally, Tiefling's only saving Social Grace as their charisma bump, but you don't really get that considering we dumped it. Expect a lot of staring and general displeasure from the NPCs. But you're not saving the world because it likes you. You're doing it because your daddy raised you right. Fight the good fight and keep the bad guys busy with your bulky bomb. The rest of your squad might not be as prepared as you are to have the hell beaten out of them. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, subscribe.
Okay, this one. Edgy heroes need a cape, a Bible, and a cool ride. A Bible's John Constantine. A cool ride is Ghost Rider. I forgot what a cape is. It's not the cape. Can't remember. I think Ghost Rider wins though. So, Ghost Rider wins. Okay, redoing it. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have some fun. Nobody look at the screen for a second. I blocked that all out. Remember to block that all out, me. Okay. Hellboy Revisited. That's how I write the scripts. Strength. Dex, Constitution, Intelligence, however you spell it. Funny that that's the one I misspelled. Charisma. Okay. Okay. So yeah, this is going to be like a quality build. We need for skills, Arcana, Religion, Athletics, Intimidation. Deception. Some other third thing. Actually, no, not some other third thing, because he's not a human. Or a custom lineage. So, yeah, that's actually fine. Okay, then, I almost want to point by this. Let's see if we did 14, 14. I think if you point by, well, let's just get a point by a calculator. If you do 14, 14, if you do 3 14s, you can get 3 10s, right? Or we can dump Charisma. if we have to. Yeah, let's dump charisma. Okay, so 15, 14, 14, 10, 10, 8. Okay, which will go to 16 with the Zariel. Bop. This is literally how I write scripts, everybody. So for those of you who are like, let's do a behind the scenes process, this is that. And then this goes up by 2 because of Tiefling. So we're going to go champion fighter, 16 levels, and bear totem. Because then I'm fireproof. You're not. That's what I'm thinking. Because he does resist pretty much every type of damage except for psychic. So, and you can still make ranged attacks to keep your rage going. You just don't get the rage bonus on them. So that means that we've got fighter 4, fighter 6, fighter 8, fighter 12, fighter 14, fighter 16, and barbarian 4 for ability scores. We need 2 of these for strength to cap that off, plus 4 strength. We need 3 of them for dex, plus 6 dex. Tough, because we don't need to focus on spells. Sharpshooter. Boom. Then with the champion, since that gets 2 fighting styles, unarmed fighting first, archery at 10, and you have reckless attacks to double your doubled critical hit chance, because at 15 we'll get improved critical, which means you'll crit on an 18, 19, or 20. And then you can reckless attack to give yourself advantage on that with 3 attacks per round. So we'll be ending up with 20, 20, and then that's 14 still, but that's not terrible. So our HP is going to be, let's say we started with Barbarian because it's got better hit die. 12 plus 20 times 2, that's our Constitution modifier, would be 42 plus, we're going to assume the average roll that the book gives you, like the one that you take. That's how I always calculate health. So it's going to be 7 times 3 is 21, plus 6 times 16 would be 96, plus 40 for the tough feat. So let's just call that 82, 103 plus 96, 199, and AC with unarmored defense, that'd be 17. So there's your Hellboy. There's your Hellboy redo. And then I would like write the script out. So like you're better at a distance because of sharpshooter, but you can crit more with your big right hand of doom if you're up close and personal. So you have options. And you can add the rage bonus to that. So near, far, wherever you are, you're doing good. Big issue, you don't have any magical weapons. Your DM's going to give you some. If you're working for the BPRD, you're going to get a magical weapon. But yeah, that's how I would redo a Hellboy if I were to redo it today. And, oh, by the way, this 199, you're Bear Totem Barbarian. So for an amount of time per day, how many rages do you have at 4th level Barbarian? I should know this. Gosh, this is embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. I don't actually make a lot of barbarians, which is wild because, you know, that's me. Let's see. You have 3 rages per day. So for 3 minutes per day, which I would say 3 minutes of combat per day, it's not, you'll maybe have a little bit more, but like, that's 30 rounds of combat per day. So for 30 rounds of combat per day, you basically have 400 HP. And second wind, a big second wind. You have action surge, so you can like action surge sharpshooter with 3 attacks per round if you want to like fan that hammer. It's a fun little thing. And you're fireproof. That's fun. Okay, so that's how I'd redo Hellboy. What's next on the docket? Oh, whoops. I have gone away from the thing. Who knows? It'll be a mystery. You didn't see my to-do list that was up. I blocked that. I remembered to. But yeah, I'm in a much better mood. This picked it up. Watching the Hellboy video, thinking about Hellboy, very fun. Oh, I've decided what I'm doing for December this year. The December theme this year is going to be the shut up list, the please shut up list. So I'm gonna do all the characters that I get requests for that I think are like really heavily requested, but I think are really bad ideas. But I think they'll be hits. So it's really just going to be me selling out for December. Or stuff that, like, the reason I haven't done it is because it takes forever. Naruto, One Piece. Naruto, One Piece coming in December. Each of those is just 2 months that I will have to shut down everything else and only watch those anime. So, not looking forward to that, if I'm being honest. Which stinks. I mean, like, so I guess I just finished the first Horizon, right? And I really enjoyed it. If you were following me on Twitter, you know I enjoyed it. But even with that, like, video's got to be done in 2 weeks. So, like, I got to play the second one still. Second one's probably longer, probably a bigger game. So I kind of rushed through it. I didn't really take my time. Didn't really enjoy it. It's weird. When you do stuff, when you turn your hobbies into work, I think the theory is that work will be fun because you're doing your hobbies. But the problem with it is that all of your hobbies are now work because you've monetized them. So, like, I'm trying to balance it out and make sure that, like, I will also do stuff for me. It's why I've gotten really into Survivor, if you've been following me on Twitter, because can't do Survivor builds. I have a rule against non-fictional characters. Can't do Ozzy, can't do Sandra, can't do Rick Devens. That's the season I just watched, Rick Devens. Legend. But, like, also while I'm watching that, I'm writing scripts, because I've got 42 scripts for the rest of the year through November, and then I got to start working on the December stuff. But December, we're not doing double videos every day. We're not doing a video every day, because that all flopped really hard. I'm just going to do big videos that I think will be a big hit. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Let's see. Yeah, it's the please stop asking for this list. We've got Sauron, which I think is a bad idea because it's a tower that casts scrying. But obviously they want the Silmarillion Saruman, or not Saruman, Sauron. I don't have footage of that. Maybe Rings of Power will give me footage of that. Actually, that'd be great. That would make my life way easier. Naruto, One Piece, Archer, Emmy, the one that's Matthew Mercer from Fate, which Fate's on the no-no list just because people were annoying about it. Talon from Shadow of Mordor, it's on the no-no list again because people were being real stinkers about it, like kill yourself, delete your channel if you don't do Talon, kind of stuff. Don't know why anyone's actually even that passionate about that game, because I played it and it's so boring. Another reason I don't want to do it, because I really don't like the game that I played. It's just so generic. It's Arkham City, except the bad guys aren't like Penguin or like Mr. Freeze. The bad guy is like generic orc number 4. But if you kill generic orc number 4, generic orc number 3 gets a power up. And I don't care. I mean, maybe there's dragons and stuff later in the game, or like Balrogs later in the game. Cool shit like that. But I played about 8 hours of it, and it was just orcs. And I'm like, this is boring. I don't want to do this. I want to play because it's Arkham City. And I'll just go play Arkham City because then I'll fight Two-Face sometimes. Or I'll fight the Joker, who's more interesting than Orc. Anyway, Finn and Jake from Adventure Time. Actually, that's not something that people have been annoying about. I was intending to do it for December of last year, but it's long. So that's just another one that's long. Jujutsu Kaisen or whatever. Probably said it wrong. Don't know what it is. Is that Chainsaw Face? Because I started seeing requests for it and Chainsaw Face. So is Chainsaw Face the English name for that? I don't know, but lots of spam for that one. That annoys me. Godzilla and King Kong, which are just monsters. They aren't people. That's why I think that's a bad idea, but I'll do it because I know it'll make me money. Also, this is the only video where I'm going to admit this, so document this for blackmail purposes. And then Kirby. Kirby's just hard. But I have an idea for how I'm going to do Kirby. Basically, I'm just going to look at every power-up you can get as Kirby, put that into a character. Can't eat people. Can't steal people's powers. Anyway, so, hey, there's the December schedule. Thanks for being at the $15 tier. I think I'm going to do a couple Naruto builds and a couple One Piece builds, like do a double video for those, do a double video for Finn and Jake, double video for Godzilla and Kong. So there will be a few double videos too, which will also be longer and hopefully get more views. And then some that are just like one-offs that I thought would be popular. And that's how I'll exploit the algorithm in December this year. And maybe it'll actually work this year instead of the last 2 years where I did a bunch of extra work and it flopped. So anyway, that's Hellboy. We will see you next week for a character, but I don't know which one it is. We'll find out. Bye.